Next up is something that I use a lot as well. It's something I call the grab, release, drop. This is more specific for intricate single chords, but you can also use it for progressions. So what I want you to do is look at that progression that we just did and we worked on, which was E minor, A minor, C major, and G major. And I want you to focus on that progression with this exercise, okay? But know that you could do this with single chords that are giving you trouble as well. One of the biggest mistakes we make as guitar players when we're trying to learn chords is we never give ourselves a true fresh start in order to learn in the most complex way. What I mean by that is typically if we're like, okay, I got that chord, great, cool, on to the next chord. Okay, let me go back to that other chord, great. Next chord, okay, let me go back to that chord, great. But what you start to notice is our hand is very close to that chord that we're working on. It's just here, it's right here. So this variation of exercise is something that completely removes your hand from the guitar and from the fretboard in order for you to develop the muscle memory of each chord that you're playing. So what I want you to do is I want you to come to E minor. I want you to strum, let go. That's what we're calling our release, and then drop your arm. You are completely disconnected from the guitar now. So again, just strum once, E minor, let go, drop the arm. Come back and get A minor. Strum, let go, drop the arm. C major, strum, let go, drop the arm. G major, strum, let go, drop the arm. Let me show you what it looks like when I'm playing through it. Even if you feel like it's simple, I want you to really cook this in. And that's it. I know it can look simple. I know it might sound boring, but when you start to implement this, I think you'll notice that it gets difficult. It gets a little hard, and that's okay. What we really are trying to do here when we're doing chord exercises like this is we're removing any potential for a slight cheat. For us to cheat in any way on the process, we're removing that potential because we're literally removing our entire arm from the equation. So there are two variations of this exercise that I really believe in. Remember, you can apply this to any chord, singular, and we'll talk about that now, or any progression. But I recommend that if you want to really cook in the exercise, E minor, A minor, C major, G major. But you can start with just single chords. So we can do E minor, let go, drop. Okay, let me do that again. Come back, E minor, let go, drop. Do that again. E minor, let go, drop. And so on. So you can start to train yourself and hone yourself in on one chord at a time and then move on to progressions, or just move on to progressions if they're easier chords. This is really good for things like, the complex E minor 9 chords that are going on here, right? Because with this, you can get lost a little bit. So if you drop and then come back, it allows your brain to go, okay, where was I again? I have no reference point at all. Where was I again? Let me lock that in. And if you incorporate this into your practice routine, just watch how quickly your chord changes become when you're on the fretboard still, because you have mastered them with no fretboard connection. So this is a really good way to do this. And I recommend making sure you could do that 10 times clean and even before you start to incorporate other exercises, increase the speed, or move on to other chord progressions.